Et la fête sera pleine, bien évidemment, si Chalon enfin arrive à remporter ce titre européen, ce titre qui lui échappe après 2 finales perdues. Une autre équipe française était engagée cette semaine en Coupe d'Europe, c'était en Euro Cup. C'est Chalon qui a perdu sa finale. Retour sur le parquet de Galatasaray. On y a cru, Macan. Vous l'avez vécu sur nos antennes de ma chaîne sport, mais il a manqué un petit quelque chose aux hommes de Vincent Collet pour remporter ce titre européen. Et on espère bien évidemment un destin différent pour l'Elan Chalon. L'Elan Chalon qui va tout d'abord devoir se défaire d'une équipe italienne de Varese, une légende du basket européen. Macan, une légende un petit peu ancienne parce que les 5 titres européens en C1 ont été remportés dans les années 70. Mais c'est une équipe qui ressemble fortement à l'équipe de Chalon au niveau du style de jeu. Parler d'ailleurs avec le capitaine de l'Elan Chalon, Ilya Eftimov. Il connaît sa 3e finale européenne. Il a l'expérience, il a rencontré à la Matei. L'Elan Chalon pour espérer aller en finale. On rappelle que les phases finales, la finale en tout cas, aura lieu dimanche. Ce sera bien évidemment à vivre sur nos antennes de ma chaîne sport. C'est vrai, Macan, que il y a effectivement pas cette expérience. Chalon également dans son histoire a l'expérience des finales européennes. Maintenant, il va falloir gagner ces finales européennes.
Oui, une finale se gagne, ça ne se joue pas. Et on le sait pour tous ceux qui jouent au basket ou qui font un sport, une finale, ça se gagne effectivement. Alors, on peut la gagner de plusieurs façons, avec le cœur, techniquement, mais l'envie va prévaloir sur ce genre de finale. Il va falloir défendre, se fléchir du côté des Chalonnais et vraiment casser le rythme de jeu de l'équipe italienne qui adore passer de jeu de transition défensive à celle offensive, donc des contre-attaques très rapides et un jeu de passe assez aiguisé.
Varese face à l'Elan Chalon, le début du match c'est dans 6 petites minutes maintenant. La première demi-finale de ce Final Four de la FIBA Europe Cup. Dans quelques instants, dans quelques petites secondes, la présentation des 2 formations. Et on va commencer avec la formation de Chalon. Voilà la présentation de la formation de Chalon, parce que on commence par Chalon, par contre, tout simplement parce que même si on joue à l'Elan Chalon, eh bien officiellement pour la FIBA, c'est Varese qui reçoit l'Elan Chalon.
Tout à fait, nous sommes sur un terrain neutre, hein, n'oublions pas, c'est un final fort, organisé effectivement par Chalon, mais ils sont juste visiteurs hein, sur ce match-là, d'où leur couleur rouge. Varese jouera en blanc ce soir.
Allez, la présentation maintenant de la formation de Varese, alors que l'on voit le 5 de départ de l'Elan Chalon, un 5 classique, hein, Macan, avec notamment la connexion 1-5 entre Robertson et Booker qui sera très importante dans ce match.
Oui, tout à fait, on a vu un 5 classique, un 5 qui fonctionne depuis un certain temps du côté chalonnais, un Kalinowski retrouvé, et c'est ce fameux axe 1-5 Robertson, David Booker, avec bien sûr le danger, ils ont effectivement au poste 4. Et bien sûr la gâchette hein, qui a mis ses chaussures dorées, hein, il met le ton directement, hein, ses ambitions sont affichées. Jérémy Hazel.
Alors que la formation de Varese vient de terminer sa présentation, on va voir justement le roster de cette formation italienne. On le disait, une équipe très offensive qui n'a pas peur de prendre les tirs à 3 points. On l'avait vu notamment en quart de finale, plus de 51% à 3 points. Et là aussi, la connexion 1-5 Macan sera très importante.
Oui, tout à fait. En plus, depuis l'arrivée de Christopher Wright à la mi-mars, Varese a changé carrément de style de jeu. Donc ils ont une ligne arrière, Malik Wentz, Christopher Wright, Brendan Davis qui avait joué à Chalon, on s'en souvient. Et bien sûr l'Estonien Kangur qui est vraiment le défenseur, un shooter à 3 points à longue distance. Et Ria Kiksi qui est lui le shooter, la gâchette. Hein. Lui, il n'y a pas de limite. Il peut shooter milieu de terrain. Attention, une équipe très dangereuse.
Alors qu'on voit le trio arbitral qui officiera pour cette rencontre, Emin Mogulkok, le Turc, et Janusz Kalik, le Polonais, Andrei Charapa, le Bélarus. Le trio arbitral donc pour cette première demi-finale de cette FIBA Europe Cup qui va démarrer dans 2 minutes 15 maintenant. C'est un défi gigantesque qui attend cette formation de Chalon, parce que même si eh bien, l'Elan Chalon va évoluer à domicile dans son Colisée, il y a beaucoup d'attentes. On a du mal à déterminer un favori parmi les 4 équipes qui vont participer à ce Final Four.
Alors, oui, bien sûr, Chalon est favori car elle joue chez elle. Mais le vrai favori, hein, c'est Francfort Skyliners, qui ont une vraie constance depuis quelques années, avec un groupe qui n'a pas bougé depuis la finale Euro Challenge remportée par Nanterre, on s'en souvient à Strasbourg. 7 joueurs, voire 8 si on compte les jeunes qui sont restés, le noyau dur de Skyliners, drivé par Jordan Herbert. Et là on voit à l'écran Paolo Moretti, l'une des étoiles montantes du basket italien, un jeune coach hein, qui avait pris sa retraite en 2000 en ayant eu une vraie carrière de joueur, hein, ne l'oublions pas. Et c'est vraiment une des révélations. Hein. Il y a beaucoup de jeunes coachs italiens actuellement, comme Esposito, qui coach actuellement à Pistoia. Et Moretti, vraiment, c'est une des perles du basket italien.
Allez, les deux équipes qui vont terminer avec leur échauffement, qui retournent chacun près de leur banc pour prendre les dernières consignes des coachs avant de démarrer cette première demi-finale de la FIBA Europe Cup. L'ambiance est surchauffée dans cette salle du Colisée. Le public a répondu présent pour cette demi-finale pour soutenir l'Elan Chalon.
Watch out, okay? First play, 2 side. Hey, look. Pick, roll. Look here, shot. If you don't have anything, pass back on the 5 man. Next move, okay? We play 2 side, 5 side, 4, 3 third, okay? Pick and roll, okay? Let's go, come on.
Voilà, Chalon ne va pas changer hein, son style de jeu, il faut jouer, attaquer, pénétrer et tirer. Exactement l'axe et la philosophie de Varese. Varese est une équipe qui joue des pick and roll dans l'axe très très haut pour faciliter la pénétration de leurs 2 bases arrières hein, qui sont Wright et Waynes. Et après, bien sûr, ils ressortent le ballon à 3 points très large avec des shooters, hein, c'est des gâchettes, hein, des canons à longue distance. Donc du côté de Chalon, on va continuer à jouer, attaquer. Vous savez, c'est la philosophie. Hein. Vaut mieux marquer 1 point de plus que l'adversaire. Donc voilà, mais il va falloir fléchir aussi hein, du côté de Chalon, sur l'homme à homme, être dur.
Oui, on a presque envie de dire que l'équipe qui défendra le mieux a le plus de chances de peut-être accéder à la finale, parce que c'est peut-être sur la défense que ces deux équipes-là pêchent un tout petit peu plus par rapport à leur attaque.
Oui, mais si on regarde les stats, hein, Fred, Chalon, c'est 90 points de moyenne en attaque, la meilleure attaque de cette finale fort, de cette compétition. Et de l'autre côté, Varese, c'est 81% en attaque. Donc voilà, un différentiel de 9 points.
81 points.
81 points. Un différentiel de 9 points, un peu moins. Donc voilà, oui, ça va jouer, ça va shooter, ça va tirer. Attention à Davis au poste bas. Gros joueur, très difficile à jouer poste bas. Un peu style de jeu de Harwich de San Antonio.
La première demi-finale de cette FIBA Europe Cup.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chalon, France. It's the FIBA Europe Cup Final Four. It's the opening game. It's the home team. And the Italians, Varese, have won the opening tip. Varese in white, attacking the basket to the right on your screen. And Wright gets inside, puts it up and in. So positive start here for Varese.
I don't think there's going to be any sign of this one slowing down right from the word go. Varese go for it. Very guard-orientated, Varese. And that will be something I think that Chalon will have to deal with as we go through this game.
Kalinowski hands it off, now goes inside to Booker. Booker goes to work against Davies, passes it back outside to Roberson. Evtimov, the veteran, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Kuxis with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Evtimov actually had a layup to the lane, but the defense read him too well. Deflected out of bounds.
And do they realize that they only have 4 seconds? It doesn't matter if they turned it over. Now Wright crosses midcourt. Explodes into the lane, passes it back out. So kind of a nervous start here for Chalon. And the penetration, and again the layup. And Varese, the two first baskets. Wayne's that time, Wright the time before. And Jean-Denis Choulet not happy. Hazel takes the three and is fouled. So I believe they're going to give him 3 shots.
Yeah, that's a foul. You don't want to commit a three-point shooter. It's Chris Wright that's going to get that one. But what a great start for Varese. Both guards scoring, both at the hoop. And,
it's interesting, when you foul the three-point shooter, it's one of those cardinal sins. You never foul the jump shooter. You're not supposed to, and certainly not the three-point shooter. But more and more, you see that foul called. In basketball, because there's so many good shooters.
You know what? All you got to do is show a hand. Show a hand. If he makes the shot, he makes it.
So Hazel gets his first couple of points of the game. He comes here with a big reputation.
Yeah, New York born from Harlem, New York. Is I don't like the look at him. 52 of 68 coming from the line coming into this game. And
Hazel makes all 3 free throws.
Well, at least they're on the board now. I think they could. Important for the home side here, Chalon, to get rid of the nerves.
Waynes gets it over to Kuxis. Kuxis drives in and had the ball knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, you know. Jeremy Hazel beaten off the dribble by Kuxis. We're going to go to a zone here, Jeff, on the inbound. Some teams do that just to not to give up layups.
Kanger hands it off, pass inside, and again, wide open. Wright, 3 layups to start the game for Varese.
And you hit a nail on the head layup. That's such a key factor.
Hazel drives in.
Hey, forget it. It's going to be one of those games. There won't be a three-point shot made. It's all layups.
Well, at some point, somebody's got to guard somebody in the low post. They get it inside again, and it's Davies.
It's a shootout at the OK Chalon.
Well, anybody can make those shots. They've obviously spotted something scouting Chalon. Chalon going to have to make an adjustment. And Booker tried to get with a reverse layup. Now Wright in transition. Kanger puts it up and in.
Wow, what a wonderful start this is from the visitors, Varese. It's definitely shooken this home crowd up a bit.
Hazel out on the perimeter to Robertson. It's good.
Nice looking shot from Robertson. Just faked the defense to come high, went to the corner. Gave him that little inch of space.
Well, it's only a 2-point lead. Waynes goes down after the shot. Now Hazel with the rebound, brings it up the floor. Gets into the lane, but was fouled before the shot by Christian Kenger.
Yeah, great start from Jeremy Hazel. Defensive rebound that was needed. There's the penetration there, the foul from Kangur. Not many Estonians playing around top-level European basketball right now, but there's one of them.
Hazel has the ball in his hands again. He puts up a three. And Kalinowski soars high to knock the ball outside to Eftimov. Eftimov hands it off to Booker for the two-handed jam.
Nice pass from Eftimov. He had the three-pointer. Decided against it, just brought the defense forward and flipped it around.
Davies over to Waynes. Kalinowski runs into the pick. The ball goes back to Davies, over to a wide open right. Ilya Eftimov over to Robertson, out to Kalinowski, and gets a lot of rim, but it comes out. Now Wright. Has he got the right stuff tonight? Will the alley-oop pass to Davies.
And you know what, you read that so well. Christopher Wright saw no help side defense as he started the move.
Kalinowski left open, good!
He's shooting 50% in this tournament, Jeff, from the three-point line. 41 of 82.
Phenomenal talent. He can shoot it.
Well, you only go to Davidson College for if you're a shooter, don't you?
Well, now from the baseline, Waynes.
Acrobatic from Malik Waynes, just kicked his feet out. Well, there's no chance of this one being a slowdown, that's for sure.
Eftimov bounce pass. Booker. I'm not sure that's his shot, falling away from the basket. Now, Waynes gets it outside to Kenger. And Booker with the rebound.
I tell you what, Booker is an athlete, that's for sure. He's just jumping all over the shop.
And little attempt to get a crowd-pleasing alley-oop. Perhaps a little too much there from Robertson.
It's only the second turnover of the game, Jeff. This big game's just been going up and down.
Well, we got a couple of substitutions now coming into the game. Campani is into the game, and Cavaliero for Varese. There's Cavaliero right off the bench. It's good.
Wow, that was a tough shot to make. You come off the bench cold, you just catch it, shoot it. That is, that's where Varese are right now. They're quite happy to go toe-to-toe with these guys, Chalon.
Robertson for three. Good.
Slow this one down, somebody. I tell you, look at that. Just give them an inch of space. Don't even worry what's on that shot clock.
Campani hands it off to Wright. Cooksis. It's online, and it's good. A three-pointer from the Latvian.
Now you know why Jeremy Hazel has to guard Cooksis, because he brings your defender way, way out. And the chance for everyone to get a breather.
So 4-point advantage for Varese, and Jean-Denis Cholet calls timeout. Let's hear what he has to say. So basic pick and roll defense. He's just telling, I mean, number one, he's telling guys, we're not playing D. And number two, I think he's saying you're coming out too far where the pick is set, and it's leaving them wide open.
And the other thing is, Jeff, you look at the number of points that Chalon put in the last 5 games, 90 points a game, but also look at the opposition points. They're not winning by 40 and 50 either. Defense is so suffocating their win by that many. They're in 10-point games, so they're giving up a lot of points themselves. And sometimes you get into this mode of playing high-octane offense, but you just take the foot off the gas defensively. That's the way Chalon are right now. It's going to be high-scoring, last man standing.
So Kalinowski. And we've got a foul down low on Campani.
Did I tell you there's 3 referees out there as well? Wow. The first whistle.
Well, we saw the foul on the three-point shot.
Yeah. You haven't seen him. It's just been like a street game, up and down. Big fella just getting to know Devin Booker a little better.
Kanger comes out, and now Davies comes back into the game.
That's an interesting substitution. Davies getting no break at all.
Oh, he looks off. Goes to the basket. Booker. He is looking. I tell you, when he's going to the basket, he's probably going to come away with something.
Well, Chris Wright comes back in the game and gets sold on a big handoff fake.
Campani spins. He gets inside and is bumped out of bounds. And the foul called on Ilyan Eftimov. Here he is.
Yeah, Eftimov just short of mobility in that low post, really, the veteran there. Fana was a very good player, Jeff, in his day for Bulgaria, I think it was, wasn't it?
His brother as well, Vasily Eftimov. So there's the Varese fans. Now Hazel drives in, puts it up and misses this one.
He'll be upset with that one. That was harder to miss than score.
Cavaliero ends up with Campani, and he lays it up and in.
Jeff, that's the pick and roll defense, the rotation from Eftimov round there to the roller. But, you know, Varese aren't mugs. The coach on the far side there, he's 8 feet on the court.
Three-point attempt from Kalinowski. I'll tell you what, it's the three-point shooting right now that's kind of keeping him in it.
He's 2 of 3 tonight, Kalinowski. Missed his first, but my word, he's been spot on with his next 2. Oh, we're in the playground, Jeff. Malik Waynes goes to work on Kalinowski. I think Kalinowski's picked up the foul, too.
Well, Eftimov is going to come out, and
the man mountain, Matthias Lesor, comes into the game. Number 11 for Chalon.
So Lesor, so you can see the way that Choulet talked to Eftimov as it came off. He's like, listen, the message didn't get through. And now they get it inside to Campani, and he had quite a mismatch. He just turned and scored.
Well, he went zone off the inbounds and got isolated in that middle spot. Very.
Oh, good spin move from Lesor right off the bench.
That's a super move from Lesor. Is he 21 years of age? Little spin in the middle. He's a huge, huge athlete.
Mick, you just cannot give up 26 points already in the first quarter if you're Elan Chalon. Cavaliero, his jump shot is good. The three-pointer, and it's 29-23.
Jeff, I still go back to the fact they're quite happy to run up and down. Varese making tough shots.
Hazel forces one up. And
yeah, Hazel didn't spot Lesor coming down the lane, but it would have been a great dump off. Just found his way blocked and came up with a prayer shot.
Roberson back to Booker. And his shot is no good. Lesor goes up, but a foul called on Campani.
Right.
That's 2 on him.
You know, I would have said the foul was the other way. Lesor comes flying in to tip it back. Here's your replay.
Yeah.
Now maybe Campani caught Lesor as he went through.
Yeah, it seemed like out of the 3 players, he was the least likely to get the foul.
Yeah.
Thought maybe it was either Davies or Lesor, but that's a blow because he was playing well, Campani. Roberson. Kalinowski soars in there, hands it off before he falls out of bounds, but the ball ends up with Wright. He gets it out to Cavaliero, over to Cooks's, wide open for 3.
Wow.
And that time Chalon dodged the bullet.
Past the layup up, Jeff. Oh, look at Jones.
Roberson had his pass intercepted.
Brandon Davison picked that one up, and here he comes again.
Davies inside, puts it up and in.
Well, first team to break 30 are the visitors.
And they've done it in the first quarter. They're on pace for 124 points in this game. Roberson. Hazel. And the challenge, Booker gets it back, goes up and draws the foul.
Jeff, Matthias Lesor has gone up for a rebound. He's cleaned 2 players out for Varese. That's left Booker wide open to pick up the pieces. But this fella, what's this? We're not going to see the bodies flying. There's Lesor in red, and everybody falls down around him.
He's definitely...
he's a space eater.
Yeah, distinguished himself as quite a physical player.
Daniele Cavaliero's over here talking to the referee, wanting to know how much carnage can happen off one player, they not getting the ball.
Well, so far it's been all Varese, and they have a chance here to get another basket if they can hold on to it. Michino has checked into the game. He's guarding Waynes. Now 5 on the game clock, 4. And they had a foul to give, so they go ahead and, oh no, they did not. So that's going to be free throws.
Yeah, Matthias Lesor, he's one of these players you think, okay, he's going to be sidelined, Jeff. I think
no, it is
right.
going to be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm confused because I looked up at the scoreboard. It said visitors, which you would say is Varese, but in this game, actually, Chalon are called the visitors. Waynes gets in, puts it up, and Davies, well, they had a good look, but he did not convert it. But the home team on the scoreboard, Varese, and from Italy, they lead at 31-25 over Elan Chalon. Well, I guess we're going to have to see something drastically different here, a different approach coming out of this huddle for Elan Chalon. There you see the French basketball president, Jean-Pierre Suitat, being interviewed here in between the first and second quarter. And French basketball obviously has done a lot for basketball over the last, well, for many years, but really they hosted the Eurobasket last year. The Eurobasket women in 2013, they'll host the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. This year, they're hosting this Final Four. You know, there's a lot of things. And obviously the French, you know, in terms of the world game, say you cross the Atlantic, go to the NBA, you've got a lot of French players.
Wow, you can pick a French national team that has nobody playing in Europe. A lot of them playing in North America. I think one of the players coming out the D-League has done very well for France this year as well.
Here you've got the leading scorers, Brandon Davies and Daniel Cavaliero, Luca Campani. You know, look at the balance in that Varese team. I mean, you had balance as well for Chalon, but
it's surprising with such a high score on the board that nobody's in double figures yet.
Yeah, it's very surprising.
Somebody's leading the tail by having a good game out, but to have it so spread is impressive for both teams.
Well, Chalon will start the second quarter here. Hazel inbounds it to Roberson. Michino over to Roberson. Lesor, who's been physical inside, gets it, puts it up, and misses. The follow.
I tell you what, Jeff, these Chalon players are all over the offensive boards. They just challenge. Even Robeson's on the rim. Here's the missed shot. Now watch the little fella to the left, number 6, Roberson.
Well, Michino has to inbound it right at the last second. He gets it to Lesor. Roberson for 3. And Lesor mistimed his jump on the rebound. Now, Waynes inside. Ferrero, number 21, is checked into the game now. Cavaliero. That's Ferrero, gets it overside to Waynes. And Booker with the rebound.
We've had a minute, we've all cooled off all of a sudden. Nobody scored for 50 seconds.
Lesor. Well, we've seen Lesor's brawn. Now we've seen his jump shot.
Very impressed with Matthias Lesor.
He's Lesor, a player you like, isn't he?
Absolutely. Very, very tough competitor. I mean, his strength just tells you player. I think Waynes is in a bit of trouble here. They're going to pick it up in backcourt.
Well, good defense from Michino. So really, the spark for Chalon is coming from the bench. Lesor, Michino now comes and makes a play. And also checking into the game is number 32, Brownlee. And he is guarded by Christian Kanger. Here's Lesor. Quick pass to Lesor. Tried to make the pass back to Brownlee. Leads to the turnover. Davies has it knocked away by Roberson, but a foul has been called.
Yeah, I can understand Roberson's frustration here because big man Davies not gone strong with the ball. Really soft hands, he's gone with it. And there's probably a lot of ball contact. There's definitely some body contact too. Just getting explained, John Roberson there by the referee. I'm sure he's not listening to a word of it.
And Moretti, everything going according to plan, I suppose, for him. And the ball goes in. So up to a 6-point lead. And now the pass, and the ball goes off of Hazel.
Yeah, poorly executed play there. That was for Hazel for the dunk on the backdoor play. The ball was a little long, and Hazel just dropped it. Watch this, a fumble, goes for it with one hand.
See the turnovers, 4 for Chalon. And Varese with a couple of steals. Five on the shot clock. Cavaliero, bounce pass inside to Davies, turns, puts it up, and the ball goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation. Are they going to let him play? No, they're going to stop it.
Not sure what happened there. I know the shot clock buzzer went off. All of a sudden, one referee said play on, and then they got common sense took over. You know, look at the work there from Matthias.
Yeah, Davies did not hit the rim on his shot. It went over the rim. That was a good call by the ref.
And he just took too long with the move too. Allowed the shot blocker to get back in and flick that one away.
Here's Lesor, the 20-year-old power forward, gets inside. He's got quite an impressive body, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know what? His outside game gets better.
And inside to Davies, and he is fouled by Brownlee as he goes to the basket.
Tough move there. I like the play there from Chris Wright. Got the penetration, drew an extra defender. That left Brandon Davies open. Came flying down. What's the extra defender? It's Lesor comes in, and when Davies goes up, Brownlee fouls.
Well, Moretti, you know, his team's had the great start. You don't want to miss free throws. But Davies, 9 points already. And I suppose he's shooting 75% at the line so far. Now, Robertson. So that's not too bad. Hazel. I'll tell you, he left his feet with nowhere to pass it.
Well, it wasn't going to be pretty, because the ball was coming from his hips. Luckily, he got a bump. What's this? Look how low the ball is by the time he gets rid of it there.
Well, it was Kanger that reached in and got him on the wrist. So Hazel is back at the free throw line. Yeah, as well as Varese have been playing, you would expect them to be up by more than they are, but they're only up by 4.
I think it's all credit to Chalon, Jeff. They're this run and gun style of play. Very, very. You know, what have we had? 8-9 seconds every time we've had a possession. It's it's fun to watch for the crowd, that's for sure. Sometimes the coach, you might not be too impressed, but.
Well, Chris Wright in the game. Wayne's out. Here's Wright. Wright puts it up, misses. And that time, more red shirts. I'll tell you what, Lesor is really working hard inside. Hazel for 3. Lesor with the rebound, but nowhere to pass it. Turns it over. Now it's a break. They don't foul Wright. He gets inside, puts it up and in. Are you surprised they didn't commit the foul there?
Yeah, I think it's just too quick for him. Just too quick. Because at some point he's that quick, you're going to foul him on a shot rather than where you want to at half court.
Brownlee hands it off, and Lesor goes up and draws the foul.
Jeff, I'm just so impressed at how one player, number 11, Matthias Lesor, comes off the bench and he's everywhere. Look at his cut down the lane. That's a skill you don't find players are too often comfortable at making. And he just throws that body everywhere.
So timeout on the floor. 6:17 remaining by Varese, and they lead it by 5. Well, three-point shooting, 4 for Chalon, 3 of 7 for Varese. And the Chalon fans looking for something positive here. This was an earlier move from Booker that we saw in the first quarter.
Well, Kalinowski's 2 threes. You show you why he's on the team, too. You know, he's an out-and-out shooter. He just gives that element that the other players around him perhaps don't have.
So Lesor, the French under-20 from last season, played at the under-20 European Championship at the line. He's actually listed as a power forward. He misses that one. Brownlee with the rebound. Good soft touch.
Is that
Puts it
the
up and
capital
in.
P, Jeff? Power for capital P on that power? I think so.
Outside to Cooksis. Now he gets it inside. Davies backs his man up, has the ball knocked away. Michino explodes to the basket, draws the contact from right.
He was fumbling that ball all the way down the floor, but at the end he just held on strong, got control, contact as well. I thought he might have reversed it.
And just like that, Mick, Chalon with this basket, they can take the lead if he converts the three-point play. And it is good, so good minutes from Michino, and it's 37-36. You see Varese, 83%. Five and a half minutes remaining here in the first half. And a pass outside to Cavaliero, but Waynes was fouled.
I think it's Michino's foul, the youngster there, number 6. Highly thought of around these parts, that young man there. Another one that's come through the program, the French national team programs.
Michino. Inside, and Davies goes up and draws the foul from Brownlee.
That could be the biggest problem, I think, for Chalon tonight. How to stop Brandon Davies, because he's getting increasingly more and more space in there. Booker gets caught out, showing on the pick and roll.
Oh, Davies misses the first.
Well, Davies played here last year at Chalon, Jeff. So these home crowds will know him very, very well. 8 points a game in the domestic league.
Well, they almost got it back. Hazel goes baseline, flies in, makes it.
Wow, tough shot out of nothing there. That's the old playground move there from Jeremy Hazel.
Cooksis steps back for three. Ferrero couldn't get the rebound. The ball goes out of bounds.
I'm not sure the referees have got this right. I think Ferrero was the one that made a con the referee. I think he touched this last. See the replay here. Cooksis a quick three.
Ferrero drives in, scores. Well, it's a tough shot.
Oh, fortunate, I'm going to say, on that one. I'm not sure. At the high degree of difficulty. Varese hanging in here, Jeff, because Chalon have just got the bit between their teeth.
Michino. Oh, beautiful drive from Michino. He doesn't finish. But Brownlee gets the ball in the lane and draws the foul. He was bumped by Davies as he went back up.
I think Davies just moves forward just a little bit. Brownlee goes backwards. You're going to see it again. There's not much in this from Davies. Hold straight up. That's a no call in the fourth quarter as far as I'm concerned. Second quarter.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I don't see Evtimov over on the bench now for Chalon. So I wonder if there might be a problem. Anyway, Brownlee makes the first. Yeah, but he's standing actually, and I can see him. He's must have an issue that he's trying to stay warm. Anyway, Brownlee makes the second free throw.
Maybe an injury that if he sits down, it gets a bit worse.
Cavaliero puts up a three. It was online, but long. Hazel. Dump down low to Booker.
And now they got some problems now. Varese having good timeout here from Moretti. All of a sudden you dump it down, and Davies can ill afford to pick up another foul.
So timeout with 3:55 remaining in the first half, and Elan Chalon leading it now by 5. You know, it's interesting. Moretti called his previous timeout. His team was leading 30, I think it was 35-31. And since that point, they've been outscored 12-3. So they've really kind of lost the initiative here in the second quarter.
I wonder whether they might just change defense here, because they've got to protect the fouls for Wright. There you see a fouls right there, Jeff, with Davies, Kango, Campani, Wright with 2. And one more foul to for Brandon Davies. And he'll be sitting down for the rest of the half.
Well, you can see Moretti there talking to the referee. He's not happy about something. See the second chance points for Chalon, 5. Varese actually have 14 points from the bench, and Chalon just 11. Waynes gets in, puts up a tough shot. Hazel. Roberson for 3, it's good!
Wow, contrasting 2 offenses there. One-on-one from Malik Waynes because of the clear out, and a very disciplined offense from Chalon. And look at that league now, 8-point lead.
Cooks has it.
A lot of standing around, Jeff.
Kanger comes out, Ferrero puts up a 3. And Michino with the rebound, pushes it quickly, gets across midcourt, and holds it up. Gets it over to Robertson, that's 2 in a row! And Roberson's 3-pointer has now given Chalon a double-digit lead.
Well, you know what, if Brandon Davies comes out of the game and there's no focal point inside, no rebounder, now the guards have to go to work.
Michino, open floor again, quickly, Hazel. And the game is getting away incredibly from Varese.
And Moretti will want that timeout back now that he took a minute or so ago. It's going to be a tough 2 minutes to go.
And Waynes again.
I think the
this
referees
time,
have bailed him out here.
Yeah, bailed him out is a good way to put it. Because where is he going with that?
Yeah, back-to-back moves that look very similar, a little out of control. Jeff, I think you have to put Davies back in. I've gone instead for Luca Campani. Number 12 will come in.
Well, Campani played well when he was in the first half, in the first quarter, but he picked up his fouls. Now Evtimov is going to come back into the game for Brownlee. And he kind of stops the bleeding, makes a couple of free throws.
Yeah, they need to get some stops right now, Varese. Do not want Chalon going in with 60 points at the break.
Here's Booker. And stepped out of bounds. No, he traveled.
I'll tell you what, Devin Booker will think the opposite. He'll think that's a pretty good move. Coming back on his left hand, that little pirouette underneath the hoop.
Now Cooks is for three. Oh! 5 quick points.
Jeff, that's
for
how he
Varese.
started with the penetration into the middle, draw the baseline defender, open J. Well worked from Varese.
Booker.
That's not a strong move from Devin Booker. I think he had Campani on a string.
Campani now for three. And just like that, an 8-0 run for Varese. And they have cut it now to 51-46.
And again, that same penetration, kick and dish.
And Hazel turns it over. Back to Wright. Wright goes hard, draws the foul, and one. Incredibly, they have absolutely gotten right back into the game.
It's a 9-point turnaround if he makes the free throw.
Well, they were trailing by 13.
Jeff, I'm not sure whether the referee's just called timeout, but he's gone up to Robeson's face and put the tee in his tee right at him. It's surely not a technical foul.
No, yeah, he just went over and told the coach he was going to call a technical. Any more mouthing?
Is that called a fake technical from the referee? Let's give him the timeout sign.
Yeah, they clearly don't want to call a technical, but they'll do it. I'll tell you what, Mick, it's been a crazy game because, right, you just felt like Varese were on the ropes and they have just come back swinging. But some of that is Chalon just not executing.
Well, I don't think you can put a finger on it. Yes, you've executed, missed a few shots, but would you expect the opposition to go back and make two threes and a 2-pointer to close out?
And a three, well, he didn't convert the three-point play.
It's just great basketball.
Booker goes right at Campani. Much better from Booker.
Yeah, they looked at that the last time, and you're right, Jeff. Booker just went a little stronger, used his body better. He knows he's got Campani in his pocket most of this game. They go one-on-one.
So last shot of the first half. Varese trying to get another basket. 3 seconds on the shot, or the game clock. Wright puts it up and gets a lot of rim, but it stays out. So there you have it, 53-48. They were trailing 31-25 after one, but they've outscored Varese 28-17 in the second quarter. They did go up by 13, so Varese right in it. You don't want to miss anything here in the second half. So stick around. Really, Mick, is, well, we're going to look at young Lasor here. He really did spark this team, didn't he? He kind of kept them in it early on.
Yeah, I think all around, if you look at these numbers for this team, Jeff, you've got to be very impressed with the teamwork. I mean, you don't put 100 points regularly on teams unless you've got some deep bench, and these guys go deep in and get performances out of a lot of players. Even Michino, I thought, had a great 5 or 6 minutes, defensively creating a lot of havoc and found the open man very readily, very willing to share the ball.
Well, the halftime score is 53-48. It's Elan Chalon on top of Varese. Well, 53-48 here at halftime. Chalon on top, and you can see some of the dignitaries here. Henrik Detman, the Finland national team coach. He's actually coached in France as well, but clearly, I guess you'd have to say the mastermind behind Finland's resurgence the last several years, coaching them at the FIBA Basketball World Cup and 3 straight Eurobaskets. And the fans, I'll tell you what, it's a great mystery right now to me how this game is going to unfold, Mick. But if you look at John Roberson, boy, he's hit some big shots, hasn't he?
Jeff, those back-to-back threes that really opened up the game as far as I was concerned, and that point that got this crowd going. You know, tough shots to take, but that's what he does best. He gets that ball at the very top of the three-point line, and he's got a soft touch from there. If you look at these numbers for the first half, I think it points to the way Chalon have played over the last 5 or 6 weeks. With Roberson, top scorer 12, Hazel 11, Booker 10. Those 3 players see a lot of the action. Brandon Davies has to come back into this game and watch his foul trouble. He's got 2 already. But you see there the free throws, which don't mean much, but there's not been many free throws missed at all. In fact, 4 for Varese and 1 for the home side.
And you saw the 3-point shooting as well. You know, Chalon seemed to have this game in hand, and Varese just refused to go away there at the end of the
I think that's what happens when you don't control tempo. If you're going to run up and down the floor, you can't necessarily control the tempo of the other team, who very well will run up and down as well. A very open game leads to big, big runs. And that 8-0 run, when they led by 13, I think it was a killer for this team, because Varese made a statement right there and then. We are not out of this. We're going to keep playing. And this is game on. This can go any way.
Well, that's what we like to hear, is 53-48, and it is Varese that start things off. And Kuskus out on the perimeter, gets it to Davies. Now Davies backs up Booker. Gets inside with the left hand and scores.
Yeah, Davies a little fortunate that just teetered on the front of that rim and rolled the right way for him. Good start from Varese, 2 on the board, especially from the post.
Axel Boutel has come into the game. Boutet, rather. Number 9. There's Brownlee. He gets inside. Boutet follows it up, misses. And exploding to the other end, Brownlee is able to get the shot blocked, and Waynes is going to help up the cameraman.
Very sporting of Malik Waynes there. I thought there was a contact there that might have got called. Good strong move from the number 2 for Varese.
Remember, Varese started the game well. Had a good lead. Now inside to Davies. Turns, misses.
Yeah, just need an extra rebound on the weak side there. Foul for Malik Waynes. Jeff, it's going to be one of those games where you don't want to get into foul trouble and miss all the action. Waynes. Just second foul of the game.
Hazel gets inside, puts up a floater. Booker with the offensive rebound, but called for coming over the back.
I think Booker just a little nudge in the back here on Davies. Davies had his fair share of bad luck foul-wise. He gets a bit in return there.
Wright gets it over to Kuxis. Good. Well, something he's done. That's what he's known for. It's his perimeter game.
Yeah,
you can leave him open.
And you might say, well, is somebody going to guard him? But his defense has been sucked in through the pick and roll. That's all he needs, a small window of opportunity.
Roberson to Brownlee. And now Wright with a chance to put Varese back in front. Kanger looked at the 3, bounce pass, Davies, and How much longer before you get a timeout?
Well, if you haven't seen Christian Kangur play before, he's not the most athletic player, but that is just smart basketball. He'll dump down to Davies for the dunk.
Hazel hands it off to Booker, but has it taken away by Davies. Now quickly, Wright. Coaxes again for three. Got it! And the Italian bench is up.
And Cholet, head coach Jean-Denis Cholet wants to call timeout, but look what's on the clock, Jeff. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into this game, and they're down by 5. And they were up by 5 at the break.
Roberson for three. Booker taps it over to Brownlee. Boutte rather.
He had to go
not able
stronger.
to control it.
He didn't even get the ball above his waist, really. Got knocked out of his hands. I think it slipped, really. Big decision, Jeff, to start a kid that didn't play the first half.
Yeah, it's a strange lineup, I have to say.
Jeff, I don't think Chalon have scored this half, have they? Is it a 10-0
No, they haven't.
run? 10-0 coming out of halftime.
Yeah, very strange, because you also had Michino, who played very well at the end of the first half. Lesor played very well, but I guess he has his rotation, and he wants to keep everybody in the game.
I'm not sure how much Brownlee and Booker played together this first half either. Another strange one.
Kangur gets inside, puts it up, and draws the foul.
Yeah, that might be a little dubious, that call. I think it's good defense from Brownlee. A lot of contact was caused by Kangur. Look, he's the one that leans in. Is there a swipe? Not much in it, is there?
He may have gotten him on the arm when he went up, but the question is, did they call the body?
Well, and it was a late call, too, so was the referee waiting for the ball to go in the bucket and then no call? Which always winds me up, I must admit.
And Paolo Moretti, you can't see him out of your screen, but he is stomping mad about the missed free throw.
I bet he's not mad about the start they've made. This is a phenomenal start to this second half. 11-0 now.
Well, you know, they had the great start at the beginning, but they couldn't protect the lead. And maybe he thinks they've got to take advantage. Now, Kalinowski has come back into the game. And a three-pointer no good, but Booker for the follow, no good. Davies with the rebound.
Nothing running their way right now.
Kangur goes baseline and had nowhere to go. He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, just lost control of his feet. I think maybe he lost balance. Have a look at his feet here. Something goes not quite right.
That's like me, man. He's got no hops whatsoever.
That's the veterans game later on, that move.
Booker, and he goes to the other end. Finally, something positive. It took nearly 4 minutes here in the second half for Elan Chalon to get on the board. 12 points for Booker. Eftimov also back in, but that one goes to Davies. And really, his reintroduction has been as important as anything.
Oh, that's a problem they've not solved all game in reality, because that isolation is so key for Varese.
Robertson follows his own miss, puts it back up, and can't get it to drop. Right. Back to Waynes, over to Davies. Davies follows the shot, and Kalinowski comes away with it.
Yeah, Brandon Davies upset, no call on that one. But he was dominating inside. They can't pick up a foul here.
Quick pass to Kalinowski.
Devin Booker's just chewing the referee, staring him out. Wanted a call. It's a nothing call, really. But maybe you're going to put a little seed of doubt in the referee's mind next time.
Well, Elan Chalon starting to show signs of waking up here, but they've left Cooks is open again, and this time they dodged the bullet.
Yeah, Kalinowski's going to have to play better defense next time, or he's going to drain one.
Eftimov for three. And he has been very quiet. Eftimov.
Well, a couple of open threes missed either end. Kuksik and Eftimov has slowed down slightly this pace.
Eftimov averaging 8.7 points per game coming into this.
And he's hit his fair share of threes, Jeff. He's almost close to 50%.
Kalinowski guarding Kuksik. Quick pass, Kanger, and had the shot, but he just missed it. The reverse layup. Hazel hands it off to Booker.
That's a nice pass.
Yeah.
Jeremy Hazel just weaved his magic in there. Devin Booker. Not sure he's pointing for a substitution. No, I don't think he is.
Nice play, Hazel. Right. That's a two if it goes.
Tough one. Both players went to the help defense, and that left her right wide open. Well, you can't argue you're getting your money's worth in terms of action, that's for sure. This game is packed full of it.
Eftimov.
Jeff, the third foul on Brandon Davies is key for this Varese team. The longer it goes on, because the crowd are baying for that third foul. Every time he goes near somebody.
Well, Cavaliero picks up this one, and that was a good call. You saw him raking the right arm of Roberson. Hazel. Kalinowski just inside the line, misses. And Booker gets his hand on it. Good hustle from Hazel to knock it over to Roberson.
Now, why is that no backcourt?
And Booker misses the alley-oop, gets it back, puts it up again, misses. Davies with the rebound. Now Davies back outside to Cavaliero.
Mismatch down low with Booker and Kalinowski here.
Campani also in the game. And Davies drives in, but a foul before the shot.
Very fortunate there. Tyler Kalinowski realized he was in trouble, gives up the foul. I think as soon as Davies makes a move. Devin Booker does take a break.
Booker has played more than 7 minutes, 15, and he comes out of the game. Now Lesor, who was so impressive early on, back in the game. And really, Lesor might be a better matchup physically with Davies. Oh, the reach, the steal. Eftimov on the break, puts it up and gets it to go. Yeah, and Eftimov looks and says, why is there no foul?
Jeremy Hazel was begging for the pass to come to him. I'm not sure. Now we're going to timeout. That's why we stopped.
Watch this. Good steal from Eftimov.
Hazel wants it.
And he definitely got bumped as he went up. But they're letting him play. So, hear what the coach says. Paolo Moretti. 6 of 10 from three-point range for Varese. 4 of 16 now for Chalon. Excuse me, 4 of 16 from the floor in the third quarter for Chalon. 6 of 10 for Varese.
Well, and that highlights the bad start. They got off to 11-0, I think it was, to start the second half. I mean, a team that was singing and dancing a minute before the break, when they led by 13, all of a sudden, a catastrophic start to the second half.
Davies has the 15 points. Kuksik now with 12. 2:29 remaining. Well, it's the semifinal, I guess, that we hope for, a close and exciting one. But right now, the hosts of the Final Four are finding it very, very difficult against Varese.
I think they've done well to work themselves back into this, though, Jeff. Third quarter now. It's a 2-point game. They won't be too unhappy.
No. Campani over to Cooks's for a wide open three-pointer.
Well, you just don't leave it. Even off a pick and roll, you just got to come up and show, make him drive, make him put the ball on the floor more.
He's got 15 points. Now Hazel gets the bump, and
that should be a travel, Jeff. I'm not sure I agree with this call. I think Christian Kangour's just got where he should be. Hazel dodges the bullet and goes round him. Watch this now. Hazel goes to his left. I'll change that. I think it's a good call. I think that's Kangour just moving to his right.
Cooks picks it up. Hazel now at the line. Hazel, you see his numbers. He started off the game, the first 3 points for Chalon after getting fouled on the three-point shot, but he misses his first free throw of the game. 6 of 7 now. And Chalon doing a decent job at the line so far. Cavaliero, and that was a definite push spotted by the referee on Lesor. Push Campani out of there.
Lesor just got the bad position, realized he wasn't going to get that rebound. Poor play from Jeremy Hazel. I think he lost his Cavalieri in the corner.
This is a clear push. Watch this.
Yep, no doubt about that.
With his left arm.
And Lesor just needs to get better position. He allowed Campani to get position on him as the shot was going to the hoop.
And Varese now shooting, I think, below 60%. And the coach just puts his head in his hands. And he rattles that one in. I'll tell you, not a bad nice work for Campani for the limited minutes that he's played. 10 points. Roberson hands it off to Hazel. Hazel drives, puts it up. Lesor with the follow. Kalinowski comes down with it, gets it over to Hazel. Boy, that was great hustle. Hazel for three. And again, Eftimov crashes the boards, but this time Campani comes away with it.
Tyler Kalinowski's wide open in the corner when Hazel shot the ball. That should have gone to the shooter, not to Hazel.
Campani over to Kangour, and he definitely tried to get the contacts.
He's gone back complaining about the contact too, but he got no sympathy from the crowd, that's for sure.
Eftimov short. Kalinowski now Lesor, and Lesor called for the charge.
That's a good call. A good call. Showed him the elbow. That's what the referees didn't want to see. The replay will reveal all, I can promise you. Lesor, beautiful power move, but we show the elbow. Here we go.
Yep.
Kangour went flying.
So 5-point lead. Lesor picks up his third foul, and less than a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Varese, having turned this thing around, lead it by 5. So you can see that Varese have outscored Chalon 19-9, and they've hit 3 3-pointers. Chalon have yet to hit one. Lesor stays in the game.
Jeff, I think some of the performances, Varese kids off the bench, look at Cooks' numbers. Christian Kangour has not had a great start to the second half, but he's just ever present. And these two guards here, Waynes and Wright.
Well, Waynes this time loses it into the hands of Kalinowski. He gets it over to Hazel. Hazel, good job finishing from him. Good defense from Cooks.
And the referee's quite happy to let this contact go. And Cooksies did really well, actually.
Wayne's trying to hold it to get it go down as far as possible. Varese hoping to spoil the party here in Chalon. Oh, beautiful pass to Campani. And that is a good turn of events here for, yep, good call, reaching around to foul Kalinowski.
Chalon defenders on the free throw line here. Jeff just trying to figure out how on earth he got that deep into the lane and how on earth Campani ended up being so free.
Ferrero's come back into the game. He brought some energy in the first half. Now Campani at the line. Boy, he's had a solid game, Campani. He's got 11 points. Make it, yep.
Oh, that's 2.
That's incredible.
That's 2, Jeff. They've Lesour's touched it, tried to tip it away, and he's tipped it straight to his own bucket.
Unbelievable.
3-point play. They're just making sure that gets recorded. The referee went over with his 2 fingers.
And that is a great, great call by the ref. A great spot. They give the basket to Campani. So the final 5 seconds of the third quarter, and Cooksies had the foul to give. And they've got the next one will put them on the line. So that was bad luck really for Lesour, because he could have knocked that off the rim, and he ended up giving him 2 points.
Here's Roberson going to go one-on-one maybe. Nope.
It's going to be Hazel, puts up a long one and tries to get a foul there at the end.
There aren't many jump shots on the halfway line to get fouls for. Lesour now being separated away from Brandon Davies.
Well, 70-64, they've outscored Chalon by 11 points in that third quarter. And I'm like you, I'm wondering why Cholet went with the starting 5 in that third quarter that he did. We didn't see Michonneau in the third quarter, and he was really important in the first half. And here we have the French international basketball player. His name escapes me, and I'm going to tell you who it is, because I know where to find it.
Well, Jeff, going back to your point about the starting 5 for the second half, you know, this Chalon team is so deep. Is it maybe a case of making sure everybody gets a run in the game? And rather than insert him into the third period after the start of it, he went for the starting 5, and it backfired on him. 11-0. Varese came out and stormed the start of the third period. Could be a game-changing moment, too.
I'm pretty sure that was Yakuba Diawara. Played for France's national team, played in the NBA. And now look at Lesour. Lesour's 20 years old. It's understandably that he's hot under the collar, but he needs to cool off a little bit here, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you maybe see his 4th foul heading his way pretty quickly here. I would have thought maybe the coach sat him down and come back with Brownlee possibly. Roberson needs some big minutes here, Jeff.
Well, Booker back in the game. And Booker's got the ball. He's going to take it right at Kanger. And his pass almost out of bounds. It was saved by Hazel. Michonneau now gets it back to Hazel for 3. And Lesour gets in, but can't bring it down. Cavaliero with the rebound.
Yeah, I don't think Brownlee's going to be too long on that bench. They need a little bit of experience on the floor.
3-point attempt from Wayne's. Good! Alarm bells starting to ring here in Chalon as Varese go up by 9.
Oh, Cholet's got his jacket off. He's stripped down for action head coach of Chalon. He knows they're in a little bit of trouble here.
Roberson, baseline, puts it up. Nobody there for the rebound.
And Booker's on the three-point line. You've got, this is not looking good right now. Chalon, something needs to turn their luck around.
Remember that turnaround at the end of the first half? They were up by 13. Now Waynes for 3. Another 3 for Waynes. And Varese right now leading by 12.
Well, we saw those threes in the end of the first half, and now an identical situation here. Needs subs on the floor. He's got to go to the subs bench, change their fortunes.
Well, Booker misses the jumper, no rebound.
And everybody's looking to Coach Cholet for the decisions. Is he going to go with the time frame he's set for this fourth quarter, subs after so long, or will he go now react to this scoreline?
Cavaliero drives in, puts it up, and it's good. And Varese have taken a 14-point lead. Unbelievable.
That is, when you consider they were 5 down at the start of the first half. Cholet have come back with 11 points since then, 11 points in 12 minutes. That's not the way the game's gone the first half, that's for sure. Go back to the way the second half started, Jeff. Your 5 starters that start a game, you consider your best 5 players. Now, it might be marginal between certain positions, but that should be the 5 that you put the most minutes through in a game. So therefore, you start in the second half to make sure that didn't happen. And you pointed out perfectly, there's Cavalieri's last shot, as Devin Booker was flat-footed on the floor, no chance of getting to that shot. Just held up his hand. But yeah, that's the way coaches go. You know, sometimes you're the hero because you come up with something different that changes games. And then afterwards, if you lose them, the questions get asked. Jeremy Hazel needs to get his game going. And he hit an early three-pointer.
Well, I mean, this is an eternity when it comes to basketball, 8 minutes. But all the momentum right now, this Chalon team needs to come out breathing fire here.
Well, Hazel's 0 from 7 from three-point line, 4 of 15 for the game. Roberson, on the other hand, has hit 4 himself. He needs to get more shots.
Michino gets inside. That was much better.
Good call. Cavalieri just pushing on the back of Michino. He tried to get the referees into the call with just a little hesitation at the foul line. There's the hesitation there. Then he goes up. Little touch from Cavalieri from behind.
If I'm Booker, I'm posting up and I'm going to the basket. I'm not settling for jump shots. If you're
well, you've got to isolate who you think you can play best against. So Campani be the one you think you can isolate against with Brandon Davies on the bench. Full court pressure from Cholet. This is going to be a good defensive effort here.
Well, right. It's got to happen on the defensive end, really. And this Varese team has been playing so well, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal. Oh, they find Campani wide open.
Jeff, the the pick and roll was so high up, 8 feet above the three-point line. Then no chance of anybody getting to the help side.
Well, whoever comes out, you know they botched that last play defensively. And it's going to be Lesueur.
So yeah, they haven't really changed their defensive approach to the pick and roll. They show hard on the help. Therefore, when it's so high up, and Lesueur not upset with the explanation of why he's out, he just needs to sit down and settle down.
Well, it was Cholet who went up to him to tell him what he did wrong on defense. Michino, Roberson. And he explodes to the basket, doesn't finish. Booker was there crashing the boards, but Wright has the ball. Chris Wright.
Yeah, they'll slow the pace of this one down right now.
Davies, meanwhile, out of the game. So they've got a lot of cards to play. Kangur into the hands, knocked away by Michino. And the break, bounce pass, good play to Hazel.
Yeah, nice pass, risky pass, nice play. Risky pass from Kangur down the other end, cross-court pass, Michino, great defense. That's what they need right now. A lot of players are going to give it up for the cause. There's another one from Michino.
And really, Michino, this is really the only thing you feel like right now that gets Chalon back in the game.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah, yeah. Up the
And
tempo
here it is.
defensively. They're going to put points on the board quickly if they can just get them out of a rhythm here.
Roberson extending the D. Campani sets the pick, rolls to the basket. Wright with 5 on the shot clock, puts it up and scores. Great play by Wright. Brownlee's going to launch a 3. Good!
Jeff, don't take your eyes off this one. This is not going to be an easy walk in the park for Varese by any means.
Well, it's back to 9. Brownlee, 7 points. We saw him stroking the three-pointer in warm-ups. Wayne's fouled by Booker.
That's that's a call that's not been made this whole fourth quarter. A little bump from the 5-man on the pick and roller.
And really, this is now where it gets dangerous for Varese because Davies comes back in. And you see that Booker slid over and got the foul. Cooks is also back into the game.
It might work in Chalon's favor. You never know. You bring back your best player, all of a sudden you're expecting things to keep working for you.
Wright puts up a 3. Booker with the rebound.
Beautiful box out from Booker. Make sure Davies was nowhere near it. Here they come, I think, Chalon.
Offensive foul called on Chalon.
Oh, Devin Booker. He's given the referee some stares all night. Gonna give another one now.
Cooks is over to Davies, has the ball batted by Roberson. Good play by Roberson. Now in the open floor, hands it off to Michino, and Michino travels.
2 huge calls that have gone against the home side, and of course the crowd are going to be a little irate and frustrated. Wasn't obvious travel, that's for sure. There you see numbers very good for both teams, although Chalon have just back-to-back turnovers for them.
Still a 9-point deficit. That was a big, big play. Cooksis, Hazel, this time on him. They find Davies, and Davies, well, I think he'll live with him being that far away from the basket. Now Booker. Roberson. Hazel with the follow, puts it up, blocked by Campani. And good minutes from Campani yet again. Wright explodes, nowhere to go, but Davies with the follow, puts it up and in.
This crowd are just getting more and more into this one. They thought Hazel might have got some bump down the other end, maybe a travel against Davies.
Brownlee for 3. Wright with the rebound, and they are not in a rush. Roberson tried to knock it away. Left open Campani, and And that's a foul on Davies. That's a clear foul because he did a great job of crashing the boards, but then he tried to rip the ball out of the hands and pushed Booker away. And they called a technical foul. Oh no, they've called a timeout.
Yeah,
Timeout.
Davies getting a lecture here from the referee about his reaction. Surprised me, Jeff, the referee under the basket didn't make the call. Quite clearly pulled back there.
Actually, from that angle, it didn't look quite as bad on Davies. But maybe a break for Chalon. See the numbers. And if Varese had shot their free throws better, this game might be over.
Yeah, and you look at the numbers for Chalon for the three-point line, 10 against 7, 7 for Chalon. There's Brandon Davies' big numbers. We talked about the third foul for Davies. When would it come? Would it be effective? And it only just come now with 3:10 to go in the game. So they protected him well, considering he was out with 3 minutes to go in the first half. There's your three-point scorers, 5 for Kuksic. What a game he has had. Waynes and Cavalieri, 2 apiece.
Well, it's taking Michino out. He was playing, you would have thought that was good for his style of play, but they've got Kalinowski back in, a shooter.
Yeah, that three-point threat is valuable right now, I think, in terms of putting points on the board.
The clock is the enemy now for Chalon. And Hazel tried to hand it off to Brownlee, and the ball knocked away. And this is turning into a nightmare night for Elan Chalon. Offensive foul.
Interesting, they took Davies out with his 3 fouls. With only 3 and a bit to go, 2:40 now left in the game. Foul there from Kangur.
Well, you saw the 12 turnovers against Chalon. There you see the three-point numbers. Roberson, they don't have time. They've got to get some shots up. Brownlee. He takes the contact, and they finally call the foul.
Yeah, and you got to call it. You've got to call it. You know, he's been bumped a couple of times. The extra push from Kangur on the, I think, when he went up to shoot the ball.
And the referee says, you let me ref, you play. So 5 fouls on Christian Kanger. I have to say, he's played very well.
Well, they're looking from that angle. Fairly good D.
So Kanger leaves the game. He had, well, you can't miss free throws.
Jeff, these guys have put 20 points up this second half, on top of 53 the first half. What a complete nosedive.
Well, those 500 or so fans that have traveled from Varese are going to be in a good mood tonight.
Wow. They're not going back quickly.
Full court trap, trying to get the turnover, and traveling is the call on Wright.
Nice little trap on the inbound pass. I think Waynes didn't expect it.
Yeah, Chris Wright had it.
Oh, sorry, Wright didn't expect it. Yep. Waynes is coming in now.
So that's 11 turnovers now.
Jumped on, look, watch his left foot's the key one.
He kind of shuffled it a little. And they do just get it in bounds. Over to Hazel. Hazel's going to launch it. He puts up a 3. And Davies boxing out. And now quickly up to Kuksic. And he's not going to even attempt a shot. Under 2 minutes remaining. It's a 10-point game. There's still time, but they need to get a stop. And now the foul called.
That's Hazel's foul, 13 fouls, so they're going to have to
That's a new 14 seconds on the shot clock. Kalinowski tries to pressure Wright. Wright with 4 on the shot clock. Gets it outside to Waynes, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So with 1:38 remaining, I mean, really, they have got to play. They have got to get points on the board.
Well, they're going to have to decide now they want to go 3s or 2s. They probably need something going to the hoop early on.
Well, Roberson puts up a 3. Out to Hazel. He puts up a 3. That's short. And coming over the back was Campani.
Well, they get 2 free throws instead. I just think they got to start attacking the hoop a little more, get some confidence. Get that scoreline a bit more manageable.
And Booker gets it back to a 9-point game with 1:26 to go. Well, Varese have looked a little vulnerable to the full court pressure. See if they can get something here. Chalon. This time Wright breaks it with ease. Over to Cooksas. Inside to Davies, but that's just as good as the steal, isn't it?
No need for Cooksas to make that pass. You got to swallow it, bury it, get it back to the guards. They don't need to score quickly at all. Now you need something going to the hoop.
Roberson out to Kalinowski for 3. Good! Back to a 5-point game. Just like that. And you go back, Mick, that last possession, I mean, this is a great play by Roberson and Kalinowski. But the previous play, there's no need to be in a rush if you're Varese.
You know, exactly right. You give your players a chance to put them in the best scoring opportunity. So is Brandon Davies going hard to the hoop? A pass from the wing, the best option you can get after 5 seconds of the shot clock. I know Rihards Cooksas will love to take that play back, that's for sure. Burn 15 seconds off the clock and then even come up with a shot then. But you never know. It's a mistake that was when they were leading by 8. It's not the end of the world. Now they're just up by 5. So got to concentrate here, Varese. But it's there's no way. I don't think this is over yet, Jeff. I think Varese still have to score. Keep that scoreboard ticking.
And they've also got to identify the person they want to foul. Varese have had some missed free throws today. Davies 3 of 6. Waynes 2 of 3. Campani 4 of 6. 1 of 2. Kangaroo, he's fouled out. So I guess you go for Davies, don't you? If you have to. You want to get the steal. You can play defense on this possession.
Well, you can guarantee the guards can shoot, that's for sure. Kalinowski's looking for the double team coming over. Somebody got the wrong directions.
So Waynes dribbles around up top. Gets inside, goes hard to the basket. And he scores with the left hand. Kalinowski steps back. Robertson for 3. Good. Oh, it was going in and it came out. The rebound for Waynes.
Now they need to foul.
And they foul Cooksas.
Even just to stop the clock, and 4th team foul, so that should have been done a long time ago. Sideline ball.
It looked like Robertson's shot was going to go down. And look at the Varese fans. And now Wright. Now this is interesting. He limps off the court. What does this mean? Not only for this game, but for the next one. Anyway, Cavallaro open. Now, dribbles around. Cavallaro.
Any points here, this is game over.
30 seconds remaining. 3-point attempt. Good! And Waynes has basically thrown in a dagger. And he has ruined the party here for Chalon. Hazel hits a 3 with 20 seconds. They're going to need something special now Brownlee fouls Cooksess.
Well, they've not taken a timeout yet, Chalon, so they will free throws and advance with a timeout. There's, you figure 7 points is too much in 20 seconds, but sometime with this team, Jeff, you never know.
Now misses that one. 20.8 seconds.
That's his first free throw miss of the season, this competition. 9 of 9 coming into this game.
And misses both incredibly. Hazel, a three. Booker with the rebound, out to Kalinowski. And Cooksess goes up for the rebound and is fouled with 6.4 seconds left. And I think Elan Chalon know it's game up. And look at the Varese fans.
Well, they just rose as one. Daniele Cavaliero went over there and started pumping them up, but they were on their feet straight away.
Well, they've had a long way to travel. 5 hours by bus.
It's like
and it was worthwhile, wasn't it?
Coming to a party when you're not invited, and all of a sudden you walk away with the champagne at the end of it because nobody likes you.
I think the turning point in the game came right at the end of the first half when they cut what was a 13-point deficit down to about 3. They went to halftime down by 5, and then they came out and just took control right at the start of the third quarter.
Well, that was an 8-0 run, 11-0 run after the break. You're exactly right.
It just was not Elan Chalon. Well, it's disappointment. It hasn't been there for him tonight. Booker puts up a last 3, and celebration is on there for the Italians. And Moretti, you know, how they held it together, because it really did look like they were on the ropes kind of in the second quarter, but they held it together, and they have claimed a 91-82 win over Elan Chalon.
Well, look at the 29 points for Chalon, and you balance that up with a 53 in the first half. They got to 82 in the end. But my word, it was hard work for him that second half.
Players celebrating from Varese, and they are in the final. They will play either Hennessy from Russia or Fraport Skyliners. It's Varese that have won it 91-82 over Elan Chalon. Well, Mick, you know, when you look back at this game, do you feel like Cholet at one point here kind of didn't react to the game well? I mean, whereas what do you think?
I think, Jeff, when you set your stall out to run it as a high-paced game, and all of a sudden you're not making shots and you're not coming up with the goods offensively, you run the risk of the other team, who is also in that high-octane game and responding to you, of just going on runs that really are quite catastrophic for you as a team. And that's what happened. 2 runs, 8-0 before the break, 11-0 after the break. And you look at that 9-point gap, and that's it right there.
Look at that, 11 of 22 from three-point range for Varese. They really owned them from three-point range. They got some big ones from Waynes, and they got some big ones from Cooksess. They overcame the free throw shooting difficulties.
I think all credit to Varese. They come with a two-guard look at you, Malik Waynes and Chris Wright. Both very adept at playing that point guard position, both very adept at shooting the ball from the two-guard position. And my word, you know, and you add to that Brandon Davies, who was in and out the whole night. Were they going to get into foul trouble? Could they save him or not? But just a great performance from Varese. And
I think Davies really was the one factor, especially you notice when they put him back in the game for the second half, that they just could not.
No, you could always see he was always going to be a player they could not quite have an answer for, and getting him in foul trouble was one of the key ways of getting him, and he didn't get that third foul until way deep into the fourth quarter, and that's the success there of Varese, of managing that so well.
But if you allow Cooksess to come out, and hurt you with what he does,
Just
which
don't
is
make him
his
pass
perimeter. It's his perimeter game.
Yeah.
You know, is why he's a professional.
He's a shooter, and that's it.
And he came out and he didn't really miss. He had 17 points, 5 of 8 from three-point range. So disappointment for Chalon. They will have to play for third place. And it's a great night for Italian basketball. Look at this in the screen. Paolo Moretti goes in, hugs his players. They really did hold it together in the second quarter when they got down by 13 points. And I'll tell you, you know, what you don't expect, at least I didn't expect, was Campani to come out and to have the job to do what he did, and he was absolutely terrific. Campani, Luca Campani, 15 points. He had the 4 rebounds, and you know, so
and you know what?
Those inside players did the job.
And you can see straight from the start when Campani came in the game, Devin Booker's eyes lit up. He thought he could go one-on-one and make a meal of him through the game. That never materialized. Campani did well. Gave a solid effort. I'll tell you one thing, Jeff. They got the short straw when it came to the locker room. That looks like a locker room we used to have in the old days.
Well, thanks for watching us, folks. Varese, they are the winners of the first semifinal here at the FIBA Euro Cup in Elan Chalon. And the Varese fans